The boy who saw God. Everyone knows the story of how God tested Abraham's faith. Well, what you don't know is this was a test for Isaac too. Isaac, the son of promise, grew up watching his father go up to the mountain to offer sacrifices and to seek God. Isaac would plead and plead with his father to let him come along, but his father's reply was always the same. You are too young. Isaac wanted to go up to the mountain too, not just to see the sacrifice. Isaac wanted to see God for himself. This is the story of a boy who got a chance at his greatest desire. Today, Abraham finally lets Isaac come up the mountain to see how a sacrifice is done. Isaac's fingers run through tree barks with renewed adoration. His long-held dreams are about to come true. He is going to see God today. He sets out with his father and two servants who carry the sticks for the sacrifice. He gallops along the path in pure excitement. But Abraham is not too happy because he knows something that Isaac doesn't. God has requested that Abraham sacrifice his son as proof of his obedience to him. Just then, Isaac notices the absence of an essential ingredient for the sacrifice. There is no ram. He looks to his father for answers, but Abraham, afraid to answer the question, turns away from his son. When Isaac's father finds his voice again, he encourages his son to trust God to provide them with a ram when they reach the mountain. Isaac believes his father wholeheartedly and trudges on toward Mount Moriah with all the joy money cannot buy. Abraham makes an unexpected stop. He ruffles his son's hair in absolute affection one last time, for fear that he will never see his son again. Isaac believes it to be his father's usual show of love, but it's a silent goodbye. The journey to the mountain gets longer and longer. Mount Moriah is nobody's backyard. As happy as Isaac is, he gets tired and rests by a tree for a bit. Abraham takes the sticks from his servants and instructs them to wait for him. Isaac's moment of rest is short-lived, as he must continue with his father. The longer he treks, the slower the young man steps. But he perseveres. He won't give up. Mount Moriah towers right before him. It feels to Isaac like the mountain is daring him to come forward. And Isaac marches on, accepting the invitation. Finally, they reach Mount Moriah. Abraham bows before God and he prays for the strength to carry out this unthinkable level of obedience. He makes his prayers quietly, while young Isaac starts to think of where God could have possibly hidden the ram. Isaac wanders into a nearby bush in search of the ram, but what he finds is a mysterious man in white. Isaac wonders what a man wearing white could be doing on top a mountain. To get his attention, Isaac asks the mysterious man if he has seen a ram nearby. This mystery man then introduces himself as an angel who has arrived with the answers to Isaac's greatest hunger: to see God. Isaac is happy at first, but the angel tells him that he must fulfill a condition if he must see God. Isaac must take the place of the lamb for the sacrifice. Little Isaac must prove that he is an obedient son of God and allow his own father to offer him up as a sacrifice to God. Abraham, who has struggled to tell Isaac this hard truth, now weeps, mourning his precious son in advance. Abraham has always taught Isaac to obey God. And though this is a costly instruction, Isaac is willing to follow through. He takes off his top. He is afraid, but he does it anyway. Isaac is scared. Abraham is even more scared. Yet, they both put God first. Isaac urges his father to obey God. Tearfully, Abraham ties his only son, his precious only son, to the stakes. Abraham summons what is left of his courage and lifts the knife. A river of tears courses down his face, but he has sworn to honor God with all that he has, and nothing will stop Abraham from keeping his vows to God. Just then, a wildly raging thunder crashes from out of nowhere, darkening the skies. The skies have been clear all day. Where could the thunder have come from? Along with the crackling thunder, a strange, strong wind blows harshly. The wind seizes the knife from Abraham's hands and flings it very far away. The same wind swiftly loosens the rope that binds Isaac to the stakes. And God's voice thunders a warning to Abraham and orders him to stop the sacrifice. Isaac sits up in surprise as the thunder and wind disappear, giving way to a large mass of dark clouds. The voice of God booms from this mass of dark clouds, and Isaac has never heard anything like that before. He listens intently for the words as God's voice fills up the entire space. It is the voice of commendation. Father and son have done very well. As God's voice stops speaking, the dark clouds dissipate. Clear skies return. It is a bright new day again. Abraham kneels in awe and relief, thankful that God has spared the life of his son. Isaac keeps his eyes on the scene. He can see God in everything. The sound of something in the nearby bushes travels down to Isaac's ears. Father and son turn around to see a ram caught in a trap. True to God's words, he provides them with a big, fat and robust ram for the sacrifice instead of Isaac. Abraham and Isaac prepare the ram and then offer it to God. As the smoke from the sacrifice goes up, they take in the mystery of God's miraculous provision. As the smoke ascends in the clear skies, a cloud like a man's hand receives the smell of the burnt offering. Both men bow in worship to God as the ram reduces to ashes. Isaac will forever remember this day as the day he learned an unforgettable lesson. Isaac will forever remember this day as the day he learned that God is everywhere.